overwhelmed. The power of boundaries. Have you ever felt overwhelmed because your boundaries weren't respected? Like your energy was drained, leaving you feeling resentful or taken advantage of? This is a common experience when we haven't established clear boundaries in our lives. Boundaries are essential for our well-being. They protect our time, energy, and emotional space. Learning to set and enforce boundaries is a powerful act of self-care. It allows us to show up as our authentic selves in relationships, work, and all aspects of life. Boundaries help us to feel safe, respected, and empowered. Think of boundaries as invisible fences that protect your personal space. They define what you will and will not accept from others. Boundaries are not about controlling others. They are about taking care of yourself. Boundaries are crucial for our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. When we don't have boundaries, we become vulnerable to burnout, resentment, and unhealthy relationships. Boundaries allow us to protect our time and energy. Without boundaries, we may find ourselves constantly saying yes to others, even when we are already stretched thin. This can lead to exhaustion, stress, and a lack of time for ourselves. Boundaries also protect our emotional well-being. When others constantly violate our boundaries, it can leave us feeling disrespected, hurt, and angry. This can take a toll on our self-esteem and mental health. Boundaries can be violated in many different ways. Sometimes, people knowingly overstep our limits. Other times, it's unintentional, and they may not even be aware they are doing it. Recognizing common boundary-busting scenarios can help us identify when our limits are being pushed. One common scenario is when someone constantly demands our time and attention, even when we are busy or need time alone. This could be a friend who constantly calls or texts, a family member who expects us to drop everything for them, or a coworker who keeps interrupting our work. Another common boundary violation is when someone disrespects our opinions or values. This could look like someone constantly criticizing our choices, belittling our beliefs, or trying to pressure us into doing something that makes us uncomfortable. Finding your voice. Identifying and communicating your needs. The first step to setting boundaries is to identify our needs. What are the things that are important to us? What makes us feel safe, respected, and valued? Once we understand our needs, we can start to communicate them to others. Communicating our boundaries can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if we are used to putting others' needs before our own. However, it is essential to remember that we have a right to set limits. We deserve to be treated with respect, and our needs are valid. When communicating our boundaries, it's important to be clear, direct, and assertive. This doesn't mean being aggressive or confrontational. It simply means stating our needs clearly and confidently, without apologizing or making excuses. The confidence key. Enforcing boundaries with grace and strength. Setting boundaries is only half the battle. We also need to enforce them. This is where many people struggle. We might set a boundary, but then we cave when someone pushes back or tries to guilt us into changing our minds. Remember, it's okay to say no. It's okay to prioritize your needs. Saying no to one thing allows us to say yes to something else, something that truly matters to us. When enforcing boundaries, it's essential to remain calm and assertive. We can acknowledge the other person's feelings while standing firm in our decision. We can offer alternatives or compromises if appropriate, but it's crucial to stay true to our boundaries. Boundaries in action. Building healthier relationships and a happier you. Setting and enforcing boundaries can significantly improve our relationships with others. When we have healthy boundaries, we attract people who respect our limits and appreciate us for who we are. We create space for more honest and authentic connections. Boundaries also contribute to a happier, more fulfilling life. When we honor our needs and prioritize our well-being, we have more energy and enthusiasm for the things we love. We experience less stress, resentment, and burnout. Living a life with boundaries is an ongoing journey. It takes practice, patience, and self-compassion. As we become more comfortable setting and enforcing boundaries, we develop greater self-awareness, confidence, and resilience. Join the conversation, share your story, and embrace self-care. Setting and enforcing boundaries is an act of courage and self-love. It's a way of honoring ourselves and creating a life that aligns with our values. What are your experiences with setting boundaries? What challenges have you faced? What tips or strategies have worked for you? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's learn from each other and support each other on this journey of self-discovery and growth. And don't forget to explore our other self-care resources for more tips on living a happier, healthier life.